Twilight franchise, behind-the-scenes secrets and why the blooper reel was never released. The Twilight saga remains one of the most beloved and influential film franchises in modern cinematic history. Starring Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart in the lead roles as Edward Cullen and Bella Swan, the franchise captured the hearts of millions of fans worldwide and established a cultural phenomenon that continues to thrive even years after its conclusion. The franchise, which began in 2008 with the release of Twilight, spawned a devoted fanbase, ignited countless discussions about vampires and werewolves, and became a defining moment in pop culture. However, despite the immense popularity of the films and the constant demand for behind-the-scenes content, one particular aspect of the Twilight franchise has remained hidden from fans for years: the unreleased blooper reel that has been deemed not safe for work, NSFW, by the filmmakers themselves. The rise of the Twilight saga. The Twilight franchise, based on the best-selling book series by Stephenie Meyer, made its debut in 2008 with the release of Twilight, directed by Catherine Hardwicke. The story follows the romance between Bella Swan, a human teenager, and Edward Cullen, a 104-year-old vampire. The intense and forbidden love story between Bella and Edward, complicated further by the presence of the werewolf Jacob Black, played by Taylor Lautner, immediately struck a chord with audiences, particularly among teenagers and young adults. The film's dark, romantic tone, combined with its supernatural elements, made it an instant hit. Following the success of the first film, the saga continued with New Moon, 2009, directed by Chris Weitz. The sequel explored the aftermath of Edward's departure from Bella's life and her growing friendship with Jacob, deepening the love triangle that became central to the series. The franchise's momentum continued with Eclipse, 2010, directed by David Slade, which saw the culmination of the romantic conflict and the emergence of an external threat in the form of the newborn vampire army. The final installment was split into two parts: Breaking Dawn, Part 1, 2011, and Breaking Dawn, Part 2, 2012, both directed by Bill Condon. These films brought the story to an epic conclusion, with Bella transforming into a vampire and the Cullens facing off against the Volturi in a high-stakes battle for survival. The Twilight franchise not only catapulted its lead actors into superstardom but also introduced audiences to a talented supporting cast, including Ashley Greene, Alice Cullen, Peter Facinelli, Carlisle Cullen, Nikki Reed, Rosalie Hale, Kellen Lutz, Emmett Cullen, and Jackson Rathbone, Jasper Hale. The chemistry between the cast members and their genuine friendships off-screen contributed to the film's authenticity and emotional resonance. The secret blooper reel. While fans of the franchise have been treated to behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and promotional content over the years, one particular piece of footage has remained under wraps: the infamous blooper reel. Recently, Jackson Rathbone, who played Jasper Hale, revealed in an interview with Collider that the blooper reel exists but has never been released due to its explicit content. Rathbone disclosed that the reel consists of a compilation of outtakes featuring Kristen Stewart cursing profusely while filming. There was one time where they put out a special blooper screening, I think this was for Breaking Dawn or Eclipse, where it was just every time Kristen curses, Rathbone said. It was like when she's messing up her lines. It's like 8 minutes long. It is amazing. According to Rathbone, the reel was shown only to a select group of cast and crew members as a private joke. The filmmakers ultimately decided against releasing it to the public because of its explicit language, which could compromise the franchise's family-friendly image. Despite the decision to keep the blooper reel hidden, Rathbone's revelation has reignited fan interest and speculation about the possibility of the footage being released in the future. Why the blooper reel wasn't released? The decision not to release the blooper reel likely stems from the Twilight franchise's branding and target audience. Although the films explored mature themes such as love, death, and immortality, they maintained a PG-13 rating to appeal to a wider demographic. Releasing an NSFW blooper reel featuring explicit language and outtakes could have conflicted with the franchise's overall tone and image. Moreover, the franchise's creators may have wanted to preserve the mystique and romanticism surrounding the characters. The intense, brooding atmosphere of the films played a crucial role in their success, and revealing humorous, behind-the-scenes content might have detracted from the serious, emotionally charged narrative that defined the series. Another possible reason for withholding the blooper reel could be the personal privacy of the actors involved. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson have both spoken about the intense media scrutiny they faced during the height of the franchise's popularity. The release of a blooper reel featuring personal, unfiltered moments could have further invaded their privacy and subjected them to additional public scrutiny. Fan reaction and legacy. Despite the decision to keep the blooper reel private, fans have embraced Rathbone's revelation with excitement and curiosity. Social media platforms have been flooded with comments from fans expressing their desire to see the footage and speculating about what other hidden content might exist from the filming of the saga. The Twilight franchise's enduring popularity has led to several re-releases, anniversary events, and even spin-off material. In 2021, Meyer released Midnight Sun, a retelling of Twilight from Edward's perspective, which reignited interest in the series. The books and films continue to attract new fans, proving that the story of Bella and Edward's love transcends generations. The popularity of the Twilight saga has also influenced other film and book franchises. The rise of paranormal romance in the early 2010s, including series like The Vampire Diaries and The Mortal Instruments, can be traced back to the success of Twilight. The film's success also paved the way for more YA adaptations, establishing a blueprint for combining romance, fantasy, and action into a commercially successful formula. The possibility of a future release. Given the ongoing interest in the Twilight franchise, it's possible that the blooper reel could eventually see the light of day. Studios often revisit popular franchises for re-releases, anniversary specials, and collector's editions, providing an opportunity to include previously unseen content. If the creators decide to release the blooper reel as part of a special edition or behind-the-scenes documentary, it would likely be met with overwhelming enthusiasm from fans. Jackson Rathbone's playful comments about the blooper reel have added a new layer of intrigue to the Twilight legacy. The idea of seeing the cast in candid, humorous moments offers fans a refreshing contrast to the serious tone of the films. More importantly, it reinforces the bond shared by the cast and the joy they experienced while making the films, a sentiment that continues to resonate with fans.